Welcome back. This is the second class of learning basic English. As in the first class, we will start our every class with speaking practice. For speaking practice, today again, let's practice introducing ourselves. The purpose of introducing ourselves and practicing it daily is to speak with fluency. Let's recall what we have studied till today. The first thing we studied was subject-verb agreement. After studying or recalling simple sentence structure, that was subject, verb, object. Every simple sentence is a combination of subject, verb, and object. So after that, we studied something about subject-verb agreement. So what's subject-verb agreement? A subject-verb agreement is if the subject in a sentence is plural, the verb has to be singular without s or es. For example, they eat the food. They is plural. That's why we did not add s or es with eat. Similarly, let's look at one more example. The girls cook the meal. The girls is again plural, so cook is not taking s or es in the sentence. This is called subject-verb agreement. Let's look at one subject with singular taking s or es in the verb. Sarah reads the book. Now Sarah is singular subject, so it takes s in the verb reads. So Sarah reads book. Moving on to, we studied about verbs. What are verbs? Verbs are the action words. Action words, for example, cook, read, play, eat, sing, dance, save, work. All these words show what the action is. So all the action words are called verbs. Moving on to auxiliary verbs. Do you have any idea what are auxiliary verbs? So auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. Helping verbs help us tell in which tense the work is done. For example, the girl is playing. Or you can say the girl was playing. If you are using is, it shows that the girl is playing in the present tense. The work is being done right now. If we use was, it shows that the girl was playing in past tense. It's the work of past tense. So auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. For example, is, am, are, was, were, has, have. All these are auxiliary verbs. Then moving on to modal verbs. What are modal verbs now? Modal verbs are some of the auxiliary verbs that are special cases. Special cases, for example, there can be a command, there can be a request, there can be a suggestion. So how do we show that I'm commanding this thing or I'm requesting this thing? So it can be showed using modal verbs. For example, must, should, could, can, may, might. So all these auxiliary verbs which show some special cases are called modal verbs. Let's study in detail about modal verbs. Modal verbs, also called modal auxiliaries, are special helping verbs used to express ability, possibility, permission, necessity, obligation, or advice. So there are some special cases. For example, if you want to show the ability, for example, I can do this work, I'm able to do this work, so I can do this work shows I'm able to do this work. Possibility. Possibility can be showed by saying, I may come to office today. I may not go to school today. So it shows possibility of something or not possibility of something. Then comes permission. If you have to give permission or ask for permission, you can use modal verbs. For example, may I come in? Or you may say, you may go out of the class. So may shows permission. Necessity. Necessity means it's the requirement, it's the need. So you can necessity shows the need of something. For example, you must wear helmet while driving. Obligation. Obligation is the requirement, the thing that should be done. For example, you should obey your elders. Advice. Advice means you are giving someone some advice in a friendly way, maybe, or in an elderly way. So you can say, you should look at both sides before crossing the road. So should here is working as a modal verb. Some examples of modal verbs are could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, and must. Okay, in some of the cases, which of the modal verbs can work? This is one of the examples. To show ability, you can say can or could. For example, I can cook pasta. Possibility. Possibility can be showed by using may and might. For example, I may cook pasta today. Permission. You can say, you can cook pasta today. And then obligation. Obligation means like you have this obligation, you have to do this. So must can be used as obligation, as you must wear helmet while driving. You have to wear helmet while driving. Prohibition. For prohibition, we can say can't and mustn't. So it can be used in a sentence like, you can't go on the work site. Similarly, looking at the offer words, when you have to offer someone something, you will say will or would. You can say, will you like to go with us? Or you can say, would you like a cup of tea? Then suggestions. For suggestions, we use shall and should. So for suggestions, we can say, you shall go to that park. It surely is a wonderful place. Request. For request, you can use could and would. For request, for example, you can say, could you please pass me the salt? Or would you please close the door for me? Then, if you have to tell about future possibility, for future possibility, you can use the words will and shall. For example, will you come to the event? Or shall I go to the program today? If you're talking about past possibility, probability, you can use could have or would have. For example, you could have joined the party, or they could have come to the trip. We enjoyed a lot. So there are a few more modal verbs and their functions with examples. For example, let's look at will. Will shows future promise. For example, you can say, I will call you later. It shows that I am promising something. So will is a modal verb and it can be used in sentences like, they will go to the picnic. Okay. Here are a few examples for your practice. Try filling out the blanks using the modal verbs given in the word bank above. So the first one is, you dash wear a helmet while riding a bike. You must wear a helmet while riding a bike. Or you can also use, you should wear a helmet while riding a bike. Then, I dash help you with your homework if you like. I can help you with your homework if you like. It looks cloudy. It dash rain today. It may rain today. Next, dash we go for a walk now. What can be the correct option here? It can be, shall we go for a walk now? There are some other correct options for this sentence as well. You can use will we go for a walk now? Or you can say can we go for a walk now? Or you can also say may we go for a walk now? So all these will be correct. Modal verbs should be actually used according to the situation. What you think is the situation? What do you understand from the sentence given? What is the situation? And according to the situation, just put the right modal verb into it. The next sentence is, he dash be home dash lights are on. He dash be at home. He will be at home. The lights are on. There's a situation given. The lights are on. The lights are on is telling that it's a positive case. So you have to tell it's a case of surety because the lights are on. The person is more sure while saying this. So you can't say he may be at home. Otherwise, it would be correct if you don't know or if the lights are not on. But because the lights are on now, there's more probability that he is at home. So you can say he must be at home. Yeah, he should be at home. The lights are on. Moving on to our next sentences. I dash speak 3 languages. What can be the correct answer here? I can speak 3 languages. Moving on to the next sentence of this slide. You dash not talk during the exam. You must not talk during the exam. Now it's a compulsion. There's no choice. Okay? You can talk or you may not talk. So you'll say you must not talk during the exam. Yeah, you should not talk during the exam. Strong modal verbs will be used in this sentence. Let's look at the next sentence. It says, she said she dash call me later. What can be the correct answer here? She will call me later because that's a promise. It's a kind of a promise that she said. So I'm waiting for her call now. So she said she will call me later. Let's look at the next sentence that says, dash you like a cup of tea? Now, what can we use here? We can say, will you like a cup of tea? There's a choice. If you like, I'll give you. If you don't like, I'll not give you. So, will you like a cup of tea? Then they dash finish the project by Friday. Now, there's a probability that they may finish the project by Friday. So, may is the correct option here. Let's move on to the next section of today's class, that is pronunciation practice. In today's class, we are going to learn how to pronounce some words. The first word is almond. Almond. It's not almond. The L in almond is silent. So you would say it almond. Almond. Moving on to the next slide. There are a few words in this slide in which L is silent. For example, talk. Talk. Almond. Almond. Salmon. Salmon. York. York. Palm. Palm. Bomb. Bomb. Moving on to the next word. The next word is vegetable. We are not going to say it as vegetable. The E after G is going to be silent. So you are going to pronounce it as vegetable. Vegetable. The next word is February. It's not called February, it's called February. February. The next word is espresso. Espresso. There's no X in the sound of first S, so you would pronounce it as espresso. The next word is debris. Debris. Okay, let's move to the next section of today's class, that is learning idioms. So idiom for today is cut to the chase. Cut to the chase means to get to the point quickly or skip the unnecessary details and talk about what really matters. So if someone is telling you a long story in your question and you are waiting for the answer, you can say, okay, let's cut to the chase and tell me the answer. So, cut to the chase actually originated from early filmmaking, where cut to the chase meant to skip direct to the exciting part of the movie. This idiom means to get to the point without delay. So in early days, when it was time for filmmaking before digital media advancement, so people would skip to the boring parts of the movie and they would say, cut to the chase and let's see the actual point of the movie. So it means to remove the extra details and stop wasting time and just tell the to the point thing. Let's recall what was the idiom for yesterday. In the first class, we studied the idiom, let's call it a day. To call it a day means to end something, or when you get tired, you stop working for that day. So, today we studied the next idiom, that was cut to the chase. That was our today's second class of learning basic English. Thank you.